Hey everyone, this is DyanaRozay. Welcome to my channel. I have a quick commentary for you on Martell. You guys, there is a video circulating where he said that Melody had his back from the beginning, and I'm going to talk about it on my channel along with some other things that I need to push in there because it's important. And then we have Destiny Payton, you guys. Destiny literally said some things last week that has come back to bite, and I'm going to tell you guys what I know about that. And there is another reality TV star couple that is out here making, I guess, a splash with some information that has come out about them. Okay. They recently reunited their love, made it official. So we're going to talk about them too. Before I get started, though, please hit that like, subscribe, and your notification bell because that is how others find this video. And as always, I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. So let's get started. So you guys, first I want to say if you did not see my last video, please check it out. Melody actually said that she wasn't able to speak. She was on vocal rest and a whole lot of things, a whole lot of dirt and people were saying things, lying on her name. Destiny being one, I'm sure, because Destiny had a whole lot of lies that was coming out of her mouth. And she said that God literally was like, go on ahead and sit down and we're going to watch how things move in the next couple of days. And baby, I'm telling you right now, I got a news story for you that matches up. The other thing was, FD, he was out there doing his thing. Melody's brother had got on him. But she said she was getting so pissed that she wanted to talk. She got her to the doctor. She got her shots. She did everything she was supposed to do, waiting for her voice to come back. And it did not. And you guys also heard on my channel 2 videos ago, I told you that Tiffany said she had invited Melody to her shower, her baby shower. I don't know why I was going to say birthday party, to her baby shower. And Melody had told her she's on vocal rest and she needed to sit that one out, but she was going to come out and support. So let's get to this video, y'all. Let's get to what happened in the video anyway. So I'm not going to play the video. I am going to play what happened because I know that's circulating. And it is what it is. I don't want to get any type of copyright strike because sometimes people will slap you with one, even though it should be a public video. But this says Martell and Melody, they are taking a stroll, right? And Melody is filming them walking along. It looks like something she would have taped before Love and Marriage Huntsville was out there, but who knows, somewhere around there, right? And then Martell says, Melody has had my back since the beginning. Melody is like, yeah, having each other's back is what kept us together. Martell then says she gave him a loan of $1,500 to go back to school. She was the reason he went back to school, got a degree, funded his first 2 semesters. Melody said, yeah, that's right. He said she didn't even have it. She was working 2 or 3 jobs and gave me that money. And Melody said, listen, look how it has multiplied. Over the years, it has continued to multiply. So the investment she put in him has continued to multiply through the years. She said, that's what couples do. We encourage each other. We have each other's back. It is important in any relationship. Then she said, we're going to go through life's changes, growth, disappointment, heartaches. We've already experienced so much together. Birthdays, people's anniversaries, our anniversary. She said, but experiencing all of those things together is what makes us strong and keeps us going through life together. Y'all, I thought that was so profound. Sometimes Melody sounds exactly like her mother to me. And that is why she is just wise beyond her years, because she's 37 now? But when she was saying that, she was still a baby, like still a baby. She's still a baby now, to be honest. I agree with her manager on that. Melody's still a baby compared to a lot of the other people on stage, right? And that's what I was saying. In friendships, even, And even in friendships, the stuff that Kimmy was saying at 55, like, well, yeah, I would call her a friend. Girl, ain't no guessing. She's been there for you. That's what friends are. That's what friends do when they've been there for you. You don't stab them in the back. You don't talk about them behind their back or in front of their face, like sometimes we've seen Kimmy do when she is mouthing to Martell, "You took her to American Idol." He didn't need your help. He got it. But either way, long story short, that's what happened there. And I wanted to say this. When this scene happened in Destin, when Martell says to Melody, "I apologize to you for all of it. You had our entire lives planned out. You had our marriage planned out, who we were as husband and wives, our businesses. You had our children's lives planned out. The official M&M kids, which stands for Melody and Martell's kids. You had all of them planned out. And then we see him do stuff like he did on the reunion stage where he tells Stormy, retreat now because you're going to do something that Melody isn't going to like and she doesn't know how to forgive. That's what brings him back to square one for me. When I've said, and I've said this on my channel many times, until Martell does right by Melody, everything he does is going to crumble. Walking steps is going to feel like climbing mountains for him because he's still trapped in his brain with how he does things and what he thinks about, and knowing that he did really have someone who loved him, cared about him, and watched his back, had his back in a way that nobody, I'm sure, has had his back in his life, to the point of where they still wanted to see him. I'd rather you go back to school and graduate so that we can be who we need to be to each other. $1,500? Martell sounds like he comes from a really big family. So if that's all he needed, then why couldn't somebody in that family give him $1,500? Instead, what we see is his mom, who Melody, I'm sure, has forgiven, because why hold on to that? But his mom say things like, "You were spoiled. My son was doing it all. And you were lazy and you were spoiled." And then Martell in that video says, 3 jobs to give me a loan for $1,500 so that you could see me do what I needed to do in life. She made an investment in you to see what you needed to do in life so that you could do what you needed to do in life. Excuse me. Now, we saw Melody's manager recently say that it was Martell. She had posted that up on a lot of different platforms had it. It was Martell who introduced Melody to her and wanted her to be a reality TV star and stuff like that. So I would say it was both of them, but we again could see that Martell is holding on to a lot more bad energy where he's trying to knock Melody down a peg or two. And it's kind of hurtful to watch, including going after her for full custody. All of those things is very hurtful to watch when we could see that this man from the beginning recognized that he had a gem in Melody, and he just wasn't willing to do right. He wasn't willing to do right. Let's talk about that, because again, last episode of the reunion, this past reunion, when we saw Carlos King make the comment, "Melody, you could take some responsibility too." You know what I'm saying? You was going after your career. And she said, "No, again, you got it wrong, just like you got it wrong on the season 3 reunion stage." I never neglected Martell. I never neglected my household responsibilities or my responsibility as a wife to him. And so you can stop saying that. If I admit to anything, it would be that I wish I would have listened more. Not that I didn't listen at all, but I wish I would have listened more. There was no problems in our bedroom. I stayed pregnant damn near every year. So all of the things that Martell put out there as an excuse wasn't ever accurate. And she made him admit to that even during this trip where they were at dinner. Y'all remember she said, "Now, the bedroom stuff, did I never do those things for you?" And he admitted, "No, you did do them. And dang, why we got to talk about that? Because you were the one who put it out there for a full season that was the reason you had to dump Melody. I think you've said it on other platforms too during your relationship tour stuff. So it's just interesting to me how that stays in his head, including this moment right here. Now, it was Martell. Nobody else said this. Martell said Melody had all of our kids' lives planned out, and then he wants to post the M&M kids surprised me for my birthday, and he loves his children, and literally referenced all of his children as the M&M kids. Now, we all know that the official M&M kids is Melody and Martell's children, right? And I think people may have reached out or said something to him, or maybe people may have even said something to her. But the truth of the matter is, when you have a woman or a man in your life that plans your life together, want to see you win together, it's moments like this where you're still living in the past that hurt. It hurts. So he's hurting himself when he makes posts like this because he knows who the official M&M kids are. Um, and he really shouldn't do that because it affects him negatively as a father. It affects, the brood collectively. He has to figure this out on his own, though. Hopefully he will. Hopefully he will, but because someone had dropped that in another video I had did yesterday, how do I feel about it? I've always thought the official M&M kids was Melody and Martell. I think most people do. I think that the reason why he says it as an official capacity, the M&M kids, is him being Martell and all of his children who starts with an M name, is because, again, he just missed what he has. And it's sad that he missed what he had. And it's sad that he tries to bring his old life um, into his current life like that. It's sad that it happens like that, but we all know what it is. We all know what it is. So let's talk about Destiny because she's another person who's sad. Last week in one of those interviews Destiny did, the interviewer asked her, Destiny, do you have any grace for Melody? We all know that she's hurting because there was a scene in the reunion where Melody says, you've forgiven the Scotts, and the Scotts have done a lot to try to hurt your business, to try to hurt you. And we can all tell that from that comment, Melody is still hurting. And let's just put this out here because I think that what Melody was referencing is, number one, y'all all remember season 2 opens up with Martell being very angry with Marceau because Marceau had called the police on him. Melody went and visited with Marceau and said, yo, you tried to destroy our business relationships. That was what you were looking to do. And that's why you did what you did. Okay. Marceau denies it, giggles. I don't know if he denies it, but he definitely laughed. And then it was Melody who was trying to get Martell back on track with the Scotts and saying, let's just forget it. Let's forget about it and keep moving on. It is what it is. Our kids are still friends, things like that. Now Martell is trying to flip the switch. And she said, no, I'm not flipping the switch with you. Because I already did that. And they are still out here talking grimy and being ugly. That was what I thought Melody was referring to. And in that case, Melody can stay mad and keep them at a distance like she's done. But Destiny said, hey, I was divorced. I was only married for a year. It wasn't as long as the Holtz, but I got divorced and I've had 5 miscarriages and I deserve grace. And so does Martell. And in that moment, I was like, why would Martell be brought up in this conversation when they were asking you if you could give grace to Melody for some of the things that she had been experiencing in her friendships with the other cast members? Now, Destiny says, now, I don't know what happened between everybody else on the cast. Yes, you do, bitch. Pardon me. I lost my religion right there. But yes, you do. I apologize for cursing and for calling her out her name. She didn't deserve that, but I'm not re-recording this video. But yes, you do. You definitely know it. And you've already said on other channels where you've said, now what we've talked about since our friendship is broken up, it is what it is. She gets what she gets. So It bothers me that she's still doing that. But she also said that the YouTubers had gotten it wrong, the fanatics. There's the fans and there's the fanatics. The fanatics and the fans got it wrong. Destiny says she still lives in the house that her and her ex-husband, had built. She said, we still live in that house. And her and her father now. I still live in that house with my child and my daddy, and you guys got it wrong. And I told y'all in the video where I discussed it a couple of videos back, y'all can check my previous videos to find it. But she said, listen, I said, listen, that house was up for sale. It was on Zillow, for Pete's sake. But Destiny tried to make it seem like it wasn't that. And maybe she pulled the for sale sign out of the yard for 30 days or so. But baby, it's back on, okay? LaBeric, her ex-husband, posted this saying, on Sunday, January 29th, there's an open house, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, 3-car garage. If y'all want to know more about it, please check it out. There will be an open house. And then y'all can check Everybody Loves Chris, that's Chris Fletcher, to schedule an additional showing. Chomp, chomp. Words 8. What people were saying in the beginning was that, listen, if you are in the house, you're squatting because your ex-husband is selling this house. And now it has come back to bite you again. And you just spoke those words last week, I feel like, if not last week, within the last 2 weeks. But you guys, let me know what y'all think about all of that in the comments, okay? Now let's get to this other story. Y'all know that People Magazine wrote up that Juan and Robyn Dixon were married again, okay? And supposedly their wedding photos will be a part of the end of season, the last episode for the season. So we're going to get to see pictures from the wedding that I don't believe her parents attended. I don't believe her friends attended. And we know no one from the cast or from the show attended, right? So this is Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, on Saturday's episode, Karen called Robyn out and said, you have a fake ass wedding. And then she went on to tell her, I know you know this, Robyn, because you're a smart girl. She said, Juan Dixon is in these streets. He has a steady girlfriend that he dates. And you already know this. Robyn decided to call Juan on the phone. This is all in the episode. Go back and watch it if you didn't see it. She calls Juan on the phone and Juan loses it like 0 to 100 in no time. She was like, Karen is accusing you of having a girlfriend. And he said, Robyn, you know better than come to me with this mess. You're going to have me cuss one of these ladies out. I don't do anything except go home, Robyn. Cut it out. Well, baby, somebody better cut it out because this man right here who goes by Giorgio says, he has a whole video on TikTok where he said a lady has contacted him and provided him receipts with Juan Dixon's name on it of hotel rooms around the city, along with some other things. And she said that she used to be Juan's longtime girlfriend and that Robyn knew about it. So that phone call that Robyn made to Juan, trying to make it seem like, you got anything to say about this? Girl, you should have just laughed and giggled and kept it moving. Also, guys, other members of the cast said they heard about this before. They said, yeah, we've heard the rumors, child. It's out there. Well, these receipts that are out there, Robyn tried to get after Wendy and Eddie and make their relationship seem like it was a little jokey joke. Well, she don't want anybody joking about her mess, but these receipts are out there. They are all over this man's blog, and I'm sure they're on other places too at this point. But I wonder what Robyn has to say about this, both Robyn and Juan. Also, Karen said at the very beginning of the season that there was a man who made her feel very uncomfortable, hugged her super duper tight. She said she talked about it with her husband, said that him hugging her made her feel uncomfortable, and that this person said something that also made her uncomfortable. And apparently it was Juan. She said that he told her that if there was ever a time they could have him and Robyn could have a, you know what, in their relationship, a menage, that he would like to pick her as the other woman. And Robyn laughed. There was a couple of other people who laughed too, including Ashley Darby. Now, I want to say Ashley Darby brought some people to confront Candace, and she should have left them at home if she's gonna laugh at Karen, because baby, mm-mm. But they were all laughing like, I don't know about that. Karen is a nice looking woman. I'll say Karen is a nice looking woman. I don't necessarily think Karen is lying either, because Karen has been through some things. She's admitted to having an SA against her very early in her life. So I don't think that she would lie about it at all. But I'm interested in seeing how this plays out on these shows, because that's some stuff. Okay. Carlos King also said on his show that a lot of housewives have open marriages, and he used Kimmy's "Don't Talk About My Husband Coming In at 4 a.m." as an example. He was like, yeah, she's not the only one who doesn't want that. So, y'all tell me what y'all think about all that in the comments. I thought that was crazy. But yeah, check out this guy's YouTube channel for the full details. But basically, there's receipts for Juan and his extracurriculars. Also, the lady said the reason why she backed out of this relationship with Juan is because when Juan is done with you, he passes you off to one of his basketball buddies so that you could be used up by them, I guess. And I don't know how she found herself in the presence of this extra basketball buddy, but she did. And this man pulled down his you-know-whats, pulled down his trousers, and expected it to be serviced. And she said, no, Juan Dixon, I will never do this with this guy. There's a lot of allegations, okay? This is a lot of allegations. It does not make her look good. It does not make Robyn look good. It does not make Juan look good. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it all in the comments. I was shocked. But talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on IG and on Facebook. And I will catch you guys on the next one.